I'm probably going to ramble a little bit. This is on bending or choking the strings. So that's the old way of calling bending the strings, choking the strings. The first one that you typically learn on banjo is at the 10th fret. It's on the B string, and it's part of Foggy Mountain Breakdown. And so you can bend, basically you can be pushing up with any finger. But if your fingers aren't strong enough, you can actually put a finger behind the fret and what you're doing is you're bending to a specific note. You want to hit, in this case, just one string up. And this is the other bend that you learn in that song. And this is a double, they call it a double stop. So you're hitting two strings at the same time. And it's on the 11th fret. Same thing with a B. You're just bending up one note, one fret. And in this case, you're only bending up the one string. You're not bending up this string as well. Now the interesting one with this one, that specific bend, it works on G because you're bending this note up to a D. It also works on, so it works on G. It also works on D because you're basically doing the minor, the B minor to the D. And it even works on C as a C note, which is kind of weird. So if you're doing like, it's a very, very nice bend. There's also a Jim Mills bend, which I really enjoy, or I learned it from Jim Mills, so I always think of it as a Jim Mills bend. What you're doing is you're playing that F shape. So I'm playing a D chord in the F shape with just these three notes. And what you can do is you can switch those fingers around, and this note is a B, whatever. And you're going to want to bend it up to this note. And you can even do it a G here. And it's really bending up. Sometimes you actually pop it underneath that string. Now, you can even bend down here. It takes a little more strength, and sometimes it's nice to add just a little bit of color to a fast song. I usually bend at the third. That's 3 in the second fret on the D. So, in this case, I'm bending down. Now, the last little bend that I'm going to talk about is, instead of bending up, you can actually bend down. So that means starting the bend up and then bringing it back down. And again, you can do these bends all. If you have any further questions or want me to cover something else in playing banjo, feel free to drop me a line.